The comment says, Esquire is a title of nobility endowed upon admission to the State Bar Association. The original 13th Amendment was that no citizen shall hold any titles of nobility. Comment comes from a video where I am reading from the Constitution book, the 13th Amendment. That whole video points to the Titles of Nobility Amendment. This is the thing you can search for. This is coming from a government printing office document from 2013. It's on page 49 of this document. You can get it on that link here in the wiki page of the TONA, Titles of Nobility Amendment. If any citizen of the United States shall accept, claim, receive, or retain any title of nobility or honor, or shall, without the consent of Congress, accept and retain any present, pension, office, or emolument of any kind whatever from any emperor, king, prince, or foreign power, such a person shall cease to be a citizen of the United States and shall be incapable of holding any office of trust or profit under them or either of them. The reason I bring this up is so I can expose TONA for what it is. Ongoing conversation between two, what seems to be biased parties, right? Was the 13th Amendment ratified and then destroyed in the War of 1812 in order to usurp our republican form of government and place us all under a governance system of esquires to the king, which is what the argument is, right? That's what lawyers are, that's what attorneys are, is an esquire to the king and therefore a title of nobility and therefore barred. They do not get to hold government office. Was it actually ratified or wasn't it? Was there this phantom 13th Amendment that was published on many forms of the original Constitution from 1812 all the way to 1865? And this is why you can find those documents at flea markets and things. Did President James Madison and John Quincy Adams confirm that it wasn't ratified? Did it get rewritten and then ratified in 1865 in the form that we're able to read in our books today? What happened with the 13th Amendment? That's my question. And I'm just bringing it up so that we can all have fair exposure to the Titles of Nobility Amendment. And here's why it's important. Currently, there are over 1 million people in America that are part of the Bar Association. Now, I'm not talking about the American Bar Association. I'm talking about people holding a bar membership, okay? 40% of those are not practicing as a attorney. They are not lawyers. So 40% of the 1.32-ish million is 528,000. That's 528,000 people that are bar members that are not practicing attorneys. So where'd they go? Let's say 50% of them went to do business in the private sector and 50% of them went to government positions. That's, I figured, the fairest. We've got 264,000 bar members, attorneys, supposed esquires to the king, right? People with the titles of nobility holding elected office. That's my rough estimate here, okay? Now, what is the total number of government elected offices? Well, according to Constant Contact, we've got over 500,000 elected officials in the United States, and only 1%, less than 1%, are at the federal level. Only 537 president, vice president, and Congress are federal. There's around 7,000 state legislatures nationwide, plus the 50 governors. And then the other 493,000 are local elected officials. So if we took this number, 500,000, and we then apply this number that we came up with, right? 200. So over half of our government is these titles of nobility people. Titles of Nobility Amendment would be disqualified from ever having access to those offices in the first place. This is why the argument for the TONA is important, why we want to have this discussion. The Titles of Nobility Act shows that over half of our government, if this math is correct, right, that over half, and perhaps even more, of our current government is held by bar members. People who have given up their U.S. citizenship if this act is true and was indeed ratified. And that's a problem. And this is on top of what we already know about citizenship within Congress and dual citizenship, that problem. We're talking now about the state and local level and the depth of the usurpation of our Republican form of government. I'm not talking about Republicans and Democrats. I am talking about the Republican form of government that we are guaranteed by the supreme law of the land. Seems to have been usurped by a organization that does not have our best interest, and that is the Bar Association. Not the American Bar Association, the Bar Registry, the British Accredited Registry. I want to reintroduce the Lamb's Reckoning. That is a link in my bio. You can, of course, check that out. Essentially what it is a group of people getting together, learning how to hold their local corruption accountable for the wrongdoings. I'm learning how to hold my city accountable for the crimes it's committing. And I'm also going to be learning how to hold accountable certain credit reporting agencies as well. We're essentially teaching you how to sue people and how to do it correctly and properly. So it's called the Lamb's Reckoning, and make no mistake, there certainly is a reckoning at hand, and the power is shifting to where it's supposed to be. We won't mislead you here at the Lamb's Reckoning, and we're here to show the truth of how it's done. We'll teach you how to sue people. Stay tuned for a new introductory video to the Lamb's Reckoning, and enjoy watching. Get the popcorn ready, right? We're watching a reckoning take place. The Lamb's Reckoning main core message is anybody can repent and be on the right side of history. God bless and take care.